assisted by Joe and Cindy Tornetta. And now, here are the starters for your University of Tampa Spartans, who entered today's game with an overall record of 13-1 and 4-1 in the Sunshine State Conference. Defender is a senior from Smithtown, New York, number 4, Lexi Waters. Defender is a senior from Bohemia, New York, number 5, Erin McLaughlin. Attacker is a freshman from Towson, Maryland, number 8, Chloe Gibson. Attacker is a junior from Towson, Maryland, number 12, Peyton Howell. Defender is a junior from Worthington, Ohio, number 20, Isabella Avila. Defender is a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 21, Grace Lichtenberger. Defender is a senior from Radnor, Pennsylvania, number 23, Katie Deschamps. Defender is a grad student from Syracuse, New York, number 25, Delaney Starr. Midfielder is a senior from Jericho, New York, number 26, Mary Kate Person. Attacker is a sophomore from Havertown, Pennsylvania, number 30, Isabel McGarvey. Defender is a senior from Marlton, New Jersey, number 32, Grace Gilmore. And in goal is a sophomore from Parker, Colorado, number 6, Savvy Barbosa. Head coach of your Spartans is Kelly Gallagher, assisted by Haley Gilday, Samantha Pagliacetti, and Elizabeth Gaynor.
That was like, I like that there's a slower lens.
Awesome. Thank you.
And now, would you please turn your attention to the field for a special message by One Love representative McKelsey Montgomery.
Today's game is dedicated to One Love, a national nonprofit organization that provides prevention education to young adults about the importance of healthy relationships and empowering them to identify and avoid signs of abuse. One Love was founded in honor of Yardley Love, a University of Virginia women's lacrosse student athlete who lost her life due to domestic violence only weeks before her college graduation. After her death, Yardley's family created the One Love Foundation to prevent what happened to Yardley from happening to anyone else. In the United States, more than 1 in 3 women and men experience an abusive relationship in their lifetime. Through education and awareness, One Love is working to change these statistics and end relationship abuse. To learn more about their mission and Yardley's story, visit joinonelove.org. We would like to thank the Alpha Chi Omega chapter at U Tampa for joining us today and spreading awareness of domestic violence. We now ask that you join us in a moment of silence for Yardley Love and all those affected by domestic violence. Thank you.
Thank you, McKelsey. And now would you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fence areas outside of the stadium.
Good afternoon from the Mully Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, the number 1 ranked Tampa Spartans take on the number 6 ranked Lynn University Fighting Knights. I'm Bruce Wozniak along with Jesse Kask here to call the action for you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon and the last home game of the regular season and senior day.
Yeah, senior day today. Pretty exciting.
And UT you see all in white, starting off going from right to left. And for Lynn, blue tops, gray on the bottom, and going left to right here in the first quarter. Savvy Barbosa is the starting goaltender for UTampa this afternoon. And the other end of the field, it's Ava Seglia. And the opening draw controlled by UTampa. And here comes Lexi Waters leading it down. A beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon here in West Central Florida, as the Spartans looking for the opening shot. The game's first possession, we're only 30 seconds in. Behind the net it goes, and to this side of the field it comes, and Van Vladriken throws it up top, and now to the other side, Howell. Peyton Howell, what a season she has had, as it's in behind the net now. And looking for an open teammate, still plenty of time on the shot clock. Pass over from Montgomery, and a pass right in the slot, shot, and it goes out of play. A good look at the net there for Peyton Howell. And quickly on the restart, Howell again in front, bounce shot. And looks like a whistle.
Yeah, I think that's some sort of call. That'll be a free possession for Peyton Howell.
Peyton Howell, what a season she has had in 2025. Free position attempt, scores! And that is going to be at the 1:03 mark in her, hard to believe, 63rd goal of the year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's unreal.
I had to look twice at the stats. I don't know what other number 62 could represent with the exception of points.
Yeah.
But my gosh, 63. And keep in mind that this is game number 15 on the season for the Spartans. So she's averaging more than 4 goals a game. Tampa comes in with a 13-1, 1 lost record, and 14-1 for Lynn, as we see the draw at midfield. And picked up by the Fighting Knights, and a whistle, and the official pulling out the yellow card at midfield, and this looks like it's going to go against the Spartans.
I think it's for Isabella Avila. Check to the head.
Tampa penalty to number 20 is Villa.
So that'll be a 2-minute
2 minutes.
power
for a
play
check to the head.
for the Fighting Knights.
So a good opportunity for the visitors here after they give up the game's first goal early. And Becca Clark waiting for the official's whistle. There it is, and away she goes. To this side of the field it comes to Fox. And now to Clark again. Clark in the middle. And nice defense by the Spartans to close up the slot. Up top, and now quickly, good ball movement by the Fighting Knights. And there's a long shot that goes wide and out of play off the stick of Becca Clark. And turned over with 1:26 remaining. Call against Avila. Back to work go the Fighting Knights. Claggett up top. 6'2" Elizabeth Claggett. Loose ball picked up by the Fighting Knights. Good ball movement again, and Barbosa does stop that one, but a call in the process, and it looks like we'll have a free position attempt for the Fighting Knights.
Hannah Exley with the free position shot. A shot and did not hit the net.
Fighting Knights recover the rebound, however. 40 seconds left in the call against Avila. And Lynn, I was about to say content to work the perimeter, and then you saw Aaron McLaughlin with the check. That puts the Fighting Knights player Claggett on the ground.
Tampa's playing a high pressure man today.
Pass in the slot and knocked down. Becca Clark otherwise would have had a good look at the net. Now down to the corner, quickly in front. And another whistle. The penalty has expired against Avila. This is Olivia Fox. Opts for the pass. Up top they go, right in front. And another save by Barbosa as Becca Clark from in close is stopped, and the Spartans will go back the other way.
Clear to Grace Gilmore, heading up extremely fast as always.
And Jesse, that has to be a shot in the arm for the Spartans, as the Fighting Knights had the extra player and had a lot of good looks.
Yeah. Just couldn't get the ball off quick enough with our man-to-man defense. Is too good. It was like a brick wall.
Mary Kate Person gets the return pass, takes its shot, and that goes out of play. And now Tampa to work. Howell. Sizzla sends it to the corner. Chloe Gibson knocked. Play carries on. And that one's going to be taken away by the Fighting Knights. And back they come quickly across midfield. Up ahead it goes to Exley. And tried to hit a streaking Elizabeth Claggett, couldn't get it to her. Lynn maintains possession nonetheless. Up top, Claggett again. Kind of the quarterback for them. You can see the way that, and with that 6'2" height, the way she kind of overlooks the whole offensive zone. Claggett third on the team in points. And meanwhile, Avila, nice defense here on the near side, working against Exley. Exley gets inside, nice move, bounce shot, scores! And give her credit, a good individual effort by Hannah Exley.
Oh, that was good. Right through the middle.
5 minutes, 23 seconds into the first quarter. And for Exley, goal number 25 on the season. It's unassisted. And we should mention a nice turnout today for Senior Day.
Yeah, the stadium is packed. A lot of friends and family here today. Lots of surprises today, too. Lots of friends showed up from different places.
A good number of seniors on the roster that were honored earlier today. And now the draw at midfield following that Fighting Knights goal. Tampa has won 3 in a row, and Lynn has won their last 2. Somebody's winning streak is going to end today, as it's in the far corner for the Fighting Knights. And up top, that's Claggett again. She gets it back, looks to the other side. She played catch there with Hannah Connors. Claggett looking for an open teammate down low, and opts for Exley on the move. Exley changes hands. Being watched by Sia Markowski. .35 on the shot clock for the Fighting Knights. And a second defender slides over to shut down Claggett. And a whistle stopping play. Very content, the Fighting Knights, on that possession to take their time and not force anything.
And now they got a free position shot right from the center hash.
And this is Claggett.
A shot, a goal.
Yeah, good patience there as she waited for the Spartan defender to run past her, and then changes hands and beats Barbosa.
By number 36, Elizabeth Claggett.
So a 2-1 lead for the visitors as Claggett picks up goal number 33 on the season. Mary Kate Person to take this draw for Tampa. And I believe that might be Claggett. Kind of a utility player, if you will,
Yeah.
for the Fighting Knights. She does it all. Quarterbacking the offense, as I called it before. She gets that goal. Now here she is taking the draw.
Let's see if Tampa can catch back up on the draw controls here.
Ball is out, and Person's going to handle that one. Ducks under a check, gets a pass ahead. And the Spartans take it all the way to the far end line. And now back up top it comes. Back for Person. Mary Kate looking for an open teammate. Has one in the person of Montgomery, who sends it into the corner to Gibson. Gibson behind the net. To the far side of the field. Howell in front. Shot scores! Mary Kate Person, and very quick ball movement by U Tampa, and it's tied at 2 with 7:54 to go in the first quarter.
That was a great shot.
Goal number 19 on the season for Mary Kate Person.
Spartan goals go by number 26, Mary Kate Person. The assist, number 12, Peyton Howell. Lynn penalty is to number 25, Aaron Riley. 2 minutes for a dangerous contact.
In the meantime, we're getting a 2-minute call for dangerous contact against Aaron Riley of the Fighting Knights. And Vladrikin sends it to the corner. Gibson sends it behind the net. To the far side it goes. Person calls for it up top, gets it. Has an open teammate, Gibson, and the shot may not have gotten through. Rebound scores! Grace Lichtenberger was right there and picked it up and deposits it past Seglia. And very quickly, a 3-2 Spartan lead after they were down 2-1. Opportunistic, taking advantage of that penalty that had been called against Riley.
This is going to be a close game today.
I was just going to say, you have to wonder if these teams haven't started, maybe felt each other out enough to where they're starting to get comfortable and kind of a couple of heavyweights ready to start trading blows.
For sure.
For Lichtenberger, that is goal number 5 on the season. As you see the Spartans in possession here. Isabella Avila waiting for the official to restart, but we're going to have another call here.
Penalty to number 20, Delaney
A green
Smith.
card.
1 minute for illegal use of stick.
Isabella Connolly of the Fighting Knights, 1 minute for illegal use of the stick.
And correction, the penalties to number 30, Isabella Connolly.
And now play resumes. Person. Nice pass in the middle. And quick ball movement by the Spartans in close. Shot, oh, a nice save there by Seglia. And Howell gives chase.
High pressure ride.
And making the Fighting Knights work to get it out of their end. And now they finally get it up across midfield. No, an errant pass, it goes out of bounds.
That's a Spartan possession.
And away will go Chloe Gibson. Gibson slows it up. And now trots down toward the end line, sends a pass back there. And it's moved out to Howell on the other side. Person flips it in the middle, and down goes a Spartans player. Ground ball picked up by the Spartans. And Gibson, not in a good shooting lane, will take it in behind the Fighting Knights net. Over it comes now for Sizzlook. Up top, the other side of the field, they go to Howell. Another pass inside, and Markowski couldn't get a shot away. Nice little flip pass that missed. Markowski picked it back up, but hold on, a whistle stopping play.
And that's going to be a free possession shot for Sia Markowski.
1-on-1 against Ava Seglia. Markowski waits. And now everyone's set. In she comes, scores! Sia Markowski with 5:55 to go. And the Spartans have scored 3 straight goals for a 4-2 lead. Goal number 8 on the season for Markowski. And we're going to have a timeout called by Lynn. And we will take a timeout as well and be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live, I'm Bruce Wozniak along with Jesse Kask. The Spartans have a 4-2 lead. 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. And head coach Kelly Gallagher has got to be happy with the way that her team bounced back from that early 2-1 hole.
Yeah, definitely. Especially leading off the last game, it was only a 1-point differential. So I think getting this gap early will definitely be beneficial.
And you see possession there being awarded to the Fighting Knights as Claggett sends it up ahead. And in high traffic, Becca Clark puts the brakes on and now finds an open teammate in the person of Hannah Exley. Back for Clark. To the corner it goes. And now in behind the Spartans net. Up top, this is Claggett again. Clark. And to the far side, as Kristen Johnson sends it over. They'll try it up top with Connors. And over once again, quick relay back to Clark. Gilmore stays with her. And now this is Hannah Connors. She gets it right back. Tries the other side of the field. Claggett. And Avila knocked it loose. Claggett picks it back up. A second defender comes to help out. Into the corner it goes. Claggett, as the shot clock is at 25. That's Clark. Clark tried to get inside, and Barbosa gets a piece of that one. A good stop by Savvy.
Yeah, she actually recently was just named Division II, the less goals against.
There's a pass in front and a whistle. I believe that might not be the first time this season that Savvy was recognized. And now a free position attempt. And opting not to shoot was Hannah Exley. A full shot clock as Clark looks for an open teammate, sends it back up top, and Connors pushes it to the other side. And they have moved Claggett. That's her with it now, but she was working the far side of the field. And you have to wonder if head coach Mindy Richmond, during the timeout, if maybe that was an adjustment that they made. And a nice play there. I believe that might have been Sia Markowski causing the turnover. And Barbosa's pass intended for Avila misses. And so it's turned back over. 71 degrees our temperature here on a sunny Saturday afternoon, the last regular season home game for the Spartans. They do have one more game after this, a road game obviously.
At PBA.
That will be Tuesday at 5 p.m. Knocked loose, and nope. Official's going to call that one against Delaney Starr. Kristen Johnson waiting, and now restarts. Gets some nice quick passes in there, but Barbosa shuts that one down. And Tampa heads back the other way. Avila pushes it up ahead, missed by Starr. Now she picks it back up. Delaney Starr on the run. Starr into the Fighting Knights end, drops off a pass. And now Person pushes it into the corner. Chloe Gibson behind the Lynn net. To the other side of the field it goes. Howell up top. Markowski dropped it, picks it back up. Markowski turns the corner. Leaves it back for Person. And Mary Kate, as a teammate open, sends it over and gets it right back. Good ball movement here by Tampa. And Markowski sends it back up top. And you see the Fighting Knights just chasing a little bit, almost as if they're trying to go for that turnover. Spartans just a little too quick with the ball movement. Loose ball picked up. 15 on the shot clock. Person sends it inside. There's a shot. Scores!
Right in the top corner.
Great look at the net. And for a goal scorer like Peyton Howell, she is not going to miss. 1:08 left in the first quarter, and the Spartans' lead is now 5-2. Make that 64 goals on the season for Peyton Howell. And this appears to be Claggett and Person. Draw controls are even, 3 apiece. Ball is out, chased by Lexi Waters. And finally the Spartans pick it up. Here's a chance. Scores! Peyton Howell again. And that one coming with 59 seconds remaining. And so 2 goals in 9 seconds.
Yeah. That was the third goal of the game. Patrick for Peyton Howell.
And I believe 9 is about the number that they say that you can, about as fast as you can score from a draw control in that case. Granted, there was a little bit of congestion at the restraining line, so maybe it could have been 8, maybe it could have been 7. But that quickly, Tampa with a 4-goal lead. This is 5 consecutive goals that they've scored after the visitors had a 2-1 lead. That was way back when there were 8.5 minutes remaining that the Fighting Knights scored their last goal, their second goal. And the officials talking things over with 52 seconds left. Jesse, Mindy Richmond has obviously scoured the country for these Fighting Knights athletes. There's 15 different states represented on their roster, and not that Kelly Gallagher has not done the same. There's 11 states plus Canada on the Tampa roster, but that's for a roster that's not as long as UT's. You can tell that she definitely did her homework.
Yeah.
Here are her Fighting Knights in possession. And just 15 seconds left in the quarter. They need to be aware, try to get one final shot away. And if so, this may come from outside, as working inside is Clark, and a nice job by Grace Gilmore to prevent them from getting a shot. And the horn goes to end the first quarter. And the Spartans with a big 6-2 lead after the game's first 15 minutes. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
All right, fans, it's T-shirt time.
Women's lacrosse has the championship trophy.
Back live as the Spartans have a 6-2 lead after the opening quarter. Shots on goal were 8-7 in favor of Tampa, obviously making their shots count, and also says a lot about Savvy Barbosa. 7 shots faced and only allowing 2 goals.
Yeah, it really leads up or adds up to a 6.76% average for goals against.
It's interesting because, Jesse, the stats look even. Draw controls are 4-4. I just mentioned shots 8-7. Turnovers 4-3. What do you think has been the difference that Tampa has been able to score 6 times and Lynn?
Yeah, I think our shot placement is a lot better than Lynn has. I mean, they've been not hitting the net accurately like us.
Well, and let's see what Mindy Richmond has come up with in that quarter break. Because also, as we're attesting to, Savvy Barbosa is obviously finding her rhythm, and it's going to be harder the more that the Spartans continue this momentum and the more that Savvy's got the blood flowing for the Fighting Knights to try to make a dent in this 4-goal deficit currently.
Draw control win for the Fighting Knights.
And here they come. Good burst of speed there. Clark scores!
We talked too soon, Bruce.
13 seconds in, Becca Clark finally gets the Fighting Knights back on the scoreboard. Unassisted goal for Becca Clark.
That was a great shot. Those shots are hard to save.
And for Becca Clark, that is goal number 47 on the season. So you're not going to keep someone like that off the score sheet much longer.
No.
Ball is out, and the Spartans will pick this one up. Nice hustle by Isabella Avila as she weaves her way through traffic across midfield. Avila carries on and finally is chased down by Isabella Conley and has to leave a pass off as the Spartans change up some personnel. This is Mary Kate Person with it. Fires it across and taken there by Montgomery. Left now for Van Vladriken. Peyton Howell, who already has 3 goals. There's a long shot that goes wide and out of play. Quickly to work, Gibson and Vladriken. And now Person sends it to the other side of the field. Howell sends it over. And Van Vladriken ran into the defender O'Brien, has to backpedal and send it up top. Howell with it now. And you see the Fighting Knights starting to cheat a little bit defensively and kind of double team, if not in that case triple team Peyton Howell, which is going to leave somebody open. Here's Howell with it herself. Steps inside, gets a shot away, and wide and out of play. That looked like a Sophie Risk shot.
Yeah.
More of those outside shots.
Yep.
Lichtenberger will put it back in, and does. Person sends a pass a little too high, but Van Vladriken is there to back it up. And the shot clock expires. Got to imagine that's got to be one of the more frustrating aspects of the game, is going through the entire shot clock.
Yeah.
And not putting one on goal.
But if you think about it, if we're killing the shot clock, Lynn doesn't have the ball, so.
And here come the Fighting Knights to the other end of the field. Pass into the corner. And now up top, it's Taylor Tobin. Clark, who scored 13 seconds into this quarter. You have to wonder, Jesse, if we're not seeing any urgency. Number one, there's tons of time left, but number two, maybe they feel a little more comfortable having gotten to within 3 now, and instead of forcing it, trying to work it into the high percentage scoring areas. To the other side of the field it goes, 25 on the shot clock. Up it goes for Clark. Grace Gilmore on her. Gilmore and a shot. Barbosa might have gotten a piece of that one. And now Barbosa needs help.
Lynn's putting a high pressure down low on Savvy.
Avila gets it up ahead. It's Isabel McGarvey on the run. McGarvey taking it wide. And behind the net it goes. To this side, Howell. Sato for Howell. And heavy traffic there. And that's Sislak sending it to the corner. Back it goes to Howell. Sato has a good look at the net, takes a shot, and a save made there. Rebound, and Person scores! I believe that's Mary Kate Person, not only second goal of the game, but I believe that's the same way that her first goal was, that picking up the rebound. And right in front, good look at Seglia. And Tampa regains the 4-goal lead, 4:15 into this second quarter. Mary Kate Person picks up goal number 20 on the season. And awaiting this draw at midfield. It's Taylor Tobin and Lexi Waters that time. And the official giving possession to the Fighting Knights. Quickly down they come. There's a shot, and Barbosa, a great stop there on Kristen Johnson. And there's that rhythm, Jesse, that I was talking about, where you see Savvy really starting to feel it in this game. As her teammates start back the other way, quickly across the Lynn line. Sislak all herself and runs out of real estate and has to carry on behind the net. To this side of the field it comes. Person flips it over for Markowski. To the corner it goes. Circling around the net, Gibson. Quick passing by the Spartans, that misses. They chase it to the far corner, and Markowski looks like she'll get there first. Ducks under a check. Up top intended for Howell, and she'll pick it up with still 30 seconds on the shot clock. There's a shot coming as down went Sislak. Shot went out of play. Quickly on the restart. And Sislak wanted it back up top, but instead this is Peyton Howell with it. Nothing there as Garvey wanted to get inside. Loose ball and a whistle stopping play. Free position attempt here. Peyton Howell scores! Fourth goal of the game And it's a 8-3 Spartan lead. As Peyton Howell is having herself a day.
Yep.
Keep in mind, they said that she averages scoring a little over 4 goals a game. She's got 4, and we're not even a quarter and a half into the game.
Yeah.
And amazingly, Lynn is out shooting the Spartans 11-10. I think that's a sign of making every shot count if you're the Spartans, and it's also a sign of how well Savvy Barbosa is playing.
Yep.
Now the draw at midfield with 8:59 remaining in the first half. And Lexi Waters with it for the Spartans. Waters on the far sideline, and the official there says it is still Tampa ball. Van Vladriken. And then Howell sent it to McGarvey, a little distress in the corner, and it's turned over. And here come the Fighting Knights. Becca Clark with it. A long pass. That's pulled down by, I believe that's Revisa. Or I'm sorry, 16, not 19, Taylor Tobin. And to the far side of the field it goes. I do see Jesse, another goaltender, being warmed up on the far sidelines for the Fighting Knights. So obviously Mindy Richmond thinking about making a change between the pipes. Johnson up top for Clark. Grace Gilmore, nice defense on her. Hannah Connors with the pass. Down low it goes. And nobody in a blue shirt in front of the net in a high percentage scoring area as there's a call.
And that's going to be a check to the head.
Johnson on the restart. Here's Clark. Clark, a little spin move pass from a tough angle. They score!
Wow. That was a power shot if I've ever seen one.
Leah Huggins. And Clark will get the assist. And a nice shot by Huggins from a rather difficult angle.
That was a difficult angle.
And so 8-4 with 6:54 remaining. However, we are going to get that goaltending change. And interestingly, they're going from one freshman to another, as this is Holland Swope who will come in now. And a little bit of a different look for the Spartans. They go from shooting at a 5'4" goaltender to someone who's 5 feet 10 inches.
Yeah, you can tell her head's almost hitting the crossbar.
And let's see if between that goal and the goaltending change, if the Fighting Knights are able to hit the reset button here and chip away at this 4-goal deficit. And so Seglia leaves having played 23 minutes 6 seconds, allowed 8 goals, and I hate to have to use the word, but only made 2 saves.
Yikes.
Tough outing for the freshman from Long Island, and giving way to Swope, who is from West Friendship, Maryland. And the Spartans will go right to work on her. was about to say in behind her net, but keeping it on that side. Now a pass coming for Howell. Howell looks for a lane. They close it up. Scores! Peyton Howell not only outside, but a worm burner, as they call it. 5-hole.
Her goal was unassisted.
I guess the Lynn goalie is still getting warmed up right now.
And so Swope is rudely welcomed to the game as the Spartans answer right back after that fourth Lynn goal, and our score now 9-4 with 6:21 to go here in the second quarter. And Peyton Howell, 5 goals and 1 assist. She has factored in 2/3 of her team's goals thus far. And that now puts her at 84 points on the season, 67 goals and 17 assists. And now that draw will be controlled by the Spartans as Avila picks it up. A little spin move there, and down she goes.
Isabella just hit a huge milestone with her 100th draw control at being at the University of Tampa.
And you saw that series of events that she went down, the Fighting Knights pick it up, and maybe there's karma in that the Spartans get the ball back after all. Was really surprised that there was no call when she went down. And so here's Tampa in possession after all, as it's sent over. Up top of it is Howell. Nice give and go there, and Person can't get the shot away. Gives it back for Howell. Nice pass inside, bounce shot, and that one goes wide and out of play. The shot was taken by Sisluk. 45 still on the shot clock. Person up top. Howell. Person tried to get a step, leaves off a pass. Some strong defense there by Claggett. And looking for an open teammate was Christina Sato. Nice pass inside. Howell, heavy traffic, and she takes it in behind the Fighting Knights net. Pass out in front and into a crowd, and the Fighting Knights come out of the pack with that one. Off to the races goes Claggett. Claggett on the run. Pass in the middle. Johnson sends it over the corner to Huggins, who scored from that angle before, gets a good look at the net, and Barbosa stopped that one. And slow in getting up is Huggins. He tried to go to the well twice, went back to that same spot where she had luck from before.
Yeah,
Savvy
figured
said,
it
not
out.
this time.
She's figured it out.
Markowski over now for McGarvey. McGarvey tries to get in front, and the defense slides over to help out. And Howell sends it up top. Sisluk tries to get inside, does, and through heavy traffic, and whistle blows as the sticks got up a little high.
That's going to be an 8-meter for Maddie Schillick.
.335 to go in the second quarter. Keep in mind the new goaltender for the Fighting Knights, Holland Swope, and she watches that one go. I was about to say out of play, but the Spartans pull it down, and now a whistle away from the ball. The officials discussing it on the far side of the field. Is coming with 3:27 to go in the first half. Jesse, how many times as a player do you all not even know what the officials are discussing?
A lot of the time. Sometimes I don't even see things. Something can happen in the other corner.
I don't want to call them phantom calls, but sometimes I think we're all standing around with our arms raised like, what exactly is the call? We're going to find out now. The officials at the scores table on the opposite side of the field, after they've broken up their little conference.
There's a shot clock reset to 50.
And in the meantime, Tampa with the restart from the corner. And that's Sato sending it up top and quickly to the other side of the field it goes, behind the net. Howell over for Person, and that's Markowski who has a goal. And now another whistle. Interestingly, there have been 7 fouls against the Spartans and quote-unquote only 4 against the Fighting Knights. Here's Sia Markowski and hits the goal post, and a big rebound.
Mary Kay is going to get that rebound again. She's been on the rebounds today.
And still another whistle now.
That might be a shooting space call from the hanging hash.
This is Isabel McGarvey. Yeah, I was about to say from a tough angle. Those usually don't end up in a direct shot, as you saw the pass, and now it goes behind the Fighting Knights net. 40 seconds on the shot clock. In front, they score!
Goal from Maddie Schillig.
In double digits as the Spartans now make it 10-4.
Number 50, Maddie Schiller. The assist to number 12, Peyton Howell.
Peyton Howell picks up another point as she gets the assist. And for Schillig, she hits double digits. The 10th goal of the game is her 10th goal of the season. Waiting for the draw here. The draw controls are 8-6 in favor of the Spartans, and this draw will see Claggett for the Fighting Knights, and I cannot make out who that is for Tampa.
It's Mary Kate Person.
And it'll be chased down by Waters. Does she get there for the Spartans? No. And now ultimately possession does go to Tampa. It looked like Isabella Connolly was going to control it for Lynn. And when the ball is bouncing your way, those are the calls that you get as the Spartans go back to work offensively with 2:15 remaining in the first half and a 6-goal lead. There's a shot, score.
That was a great take by Mackenzie Montgomery, right down the middle.
New Tampa goal is scored by number 38, Mackenzie Montgomery. Her goal and assist.
And for Montgomery, that is her 10th goal of the season. The Spartans had outscored Lynn 6-2 in the first quarter, and now 5-2 so far in this quarter. So one more, and they will mirror the opening 15 minutes. Jesse, I wonder on the sidelines, can you tell when Kelly Gallagher is thrilled with the way things are going, or is she kind of a poker face? And
Poker face. I can never read Kelly Gallagher.
I mean, this is a case of where you have to think that she's got to be pretty pleased with what she's seeing as a 7-goal lead after falling behind early 2-1, and the way that her team has seemingly seized control of this game.
We'll never know, though.
There's also something to be said for not getting content, not resting on your laurels, and still plenty of lacrosse left to be played. Let's not kid ourselves. As the Fighting Knights take it in behind the Spartans' net. Johnson sends it up top. And now Connors sends it over to the other side of the field. Claggett sends it to the corner. Back up top it goes. Clark now down low.
Setting up a stack up top.
That's Huggins, who we saw score from that tough angle. Huggins back in the corner again. Now to Clark. Up top, Claggett tries to go one-on-one. Starr stayed with her. Pass in front. They shot, and Savvy Barbosa with another save.
Great save by Lexi Waters.
And here goes Grace Gilmore. And watch the speed on her that we've seen. There she goes across the Lynn line. Gilmore, a collision.
Great ground ball pickup by Isabel McGarvey.
35 seconds left in the second quarter. Spartans will get the last shot of the first half as it goes behind the net. Up top, 20 seconds. Quick pass into the corner and now picked up. Nice job there by McGarvey. And she goes down, 10 seconds left, and that's going to be turned over. Solomon picks it up, and the Fighting Knights are just going to run out of time, as there will not be a final shot taken as the horn goes to end. An impressive first half for the Spartans, an 11-4 lead, and still plenty left, however, and we will be back with the second half in 10 minutes after this break on TampaSpartans.tv. Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. Bruce Wozniak along with Jesse Kask, and about ready to start the second half of play. And Jesse, a first half that, gotta say, was, for all intents and purposes, all Spartans.
Yeah. They dominated the first half.
And interestingly, as I mentioned at one point, the stats don't necessarily bear it out. Shots on goal were 14-13 in favor of Lynn. Draw controls were pretty close, 9-7 in favor of the Spartans. The turnovers is, we talked before, can you tell when Kelly Gallagher's pleased? That might be one area where she talked about cleaning things up, because turnovers were 8 for the Spartans and 4 for the Fighting Knights.
Yeah. Lots of turnovers in the low attacking zone.
And so now play resumes. And it looks like the Fighting Knights did, in fact, go back to their starting goaltender, which is Ava Seglia. So a little bit of a surprise there, as we saw after she gave up 8 goals, they went to Holland Swope, and now back to the starter.
Might be the better option for this game. It's hard to throw a goalie in mid-game for sure.
Lynn in possession here, and a lot of work to do if they're going to cut into this deficit. Difficult to do on the road against the number 1 ranked team, but never say never, as there's a chance in front, and good defense by the Spartans. Now alone in front, they score. Now that's just a good look at the net.
Those are definitely hard shots to save when they're that close.
Kristen Johnson gets the goal, 1:05 into the third quarter.
Next goal scored by number 33, Kristen Johnson. The
You can tell
assistant
Lynn
number
came out with
32
a
with an
totally
excellent.
different mind space, and like they are coming out as a different team this quarter.
And this is their leading goal scorer, Kristen Johnson, goal number 66 on the season. So their version of Peyton Howell, and from in close like that, chances are she's not going to miss. So 11-5 now our score. As Lexi Waters to take this draw for the Spartans. That was Becca Clark for the Fighting Knights. And Emily Solomon did pick it up for the Fighting Knights. And Claggett, whose name was being called a lot at the beginning and then not so much. And it might be something that they redrew. Head coach Mindy Richmond changing up the look. And there's a nice head fake by Becca Clark. Grace Gilmore able to stay with her though. And now Claggett with the pass inside, they score!
Same shot.
Same shot and same player. Kristen
Lynn goal
Johnson,
scored by
2 in a
number
row.
33, Kristen Johnson. The assistant number
67 on
36
the
of those
season
with
for her
Claggett.
now. And the broadcaster's jinx, I mentioned Claggett's name, and she's the one that set her up. So 11-6 now, our score, as the Fighting Knights, you said it, Jesse, coming out looking different and getting 2 goals within a span of just 1 minute and 48 seconds to start this third quarter. And now we await the draw at midfield. I believe that's Mary Kate Person for the Spartans, and it was Becca Clark for the Fighting Knights.
That's going to be a Tampa possession.
Person with a little room to work sends it to the corner. Gibson. And now Person over to the other side. Peyton Howell over for Markowski, lost the handle, and Mary Kate Person able to pull that one down. Sends it over for Markowski, changes hands. Schillick tried to work inside, stops up top, changes hands, and now back to her right, and Howell. Peyton Howell has 5 goals and 2 assists in this game. And to the far corner it goes. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Markowski, Person, over it goes. And 20 on the shot clock now. High traffic area, and Howell tries to fight her way inside, sends a pass to the corner. Behind the net it goes to Gibson. And the clock winding down, 10 on the shot clock. And let's see if the Spartans get one away. 3 seconds, 2, and the shot clock is going to expire. And so a little bit of a shot in the arm for the Fighting Knights. 2 goals, and now they force a shot clock violation. And keep in mind, they have reinserted their starting goaltender, Ava Seglia. This is Hannah Exley up top for Claggett. Becca Clark sends it to the far corner. Clark up top to Claggett. Exley, the pass as Fox sends it back up top. And nobody in a blue jersey in a prime scoring area, so the Fighting Knights taking their time, using plenty of shot clock here. It's down to 40. Knocked loose and picked up by the Fighting Knights. Good hustle by Lexi Waters. There's an opportunity in front. Good save by Barbosa. I believe that was Huggins with the shot. And now here comes Tampa. And across midfield it goes. Oh, pass to Gibson to the near corner. Person goes behind the net. Has an open teammate on the far side. And up top it will come for Lichtenberger. Gibson to Person. Mary Kate sends it up top. Then Vladrikin fakes the pass, cuts inside, leaves off a pass. And Person will flip it to the other side of the field. Calling forward in front was Lichtenberger. They couldn't get it to her. Inside, there's a shot, scores! And 3 guesses, Peyton Howell once again. Goal number 6. She has scored half of the Spartans' goals. And it took 5 minutes and 30 seconds before the Spartans finally get on the board here in the third quarter. But it is a 6-goal lead. As Peyton Howell, amazingly, with her 68th goal of the season. Mary Kate Person to take this draw against what might be Becca Clark unofficially. Peyton Howell's not even a senior. You would think that she herself is celebrating senior day by trying to have a memorable last regular season home game. Here's a chance for Lexi Waters, a bounce shot that goes wide, not a play. Peyton Howell is a junior. The Spartans still have another year with her on the roster to look forward to next season. That's her with it on the far side. Quickly to this side of the field it comes. Wow! Isabella Avila, I believe. Was that 20 or 26?
That was Mary Kay Person.
Wow.
That was a trick shot.
Mary Kate Person. The assistant number 38, Michaela
That's her third goal of the game, and put that one on the highlight reel. As you see the replay there, in person, almost couldn't tell if it was an off-balance shot or if her momentum just carried her towards the corner.
That was a Twizzler.
And able to send a backhander past Ava Seglia. And so after the Fighting Knights had scored the first 2 goals of this third quarter, the Spartans have answered back with 2 of their own. And between Peyton Howell and Mary Kate Person, they have 9 of the Spartans' 13 goals. Jesse, I always like to lean towards when you get 2 players that are doing all the scoring, that all of a sudden the defense is going to go to them and it leaves somebody else open somewhere.
Yeah.
Becca Clark has some room, and then Grace Gilmore closes it up. Clark carries on, and Gilmore bumps her once more. And the official says maybe a little bit too hard.
Yeah, that's going to be an 8-meter for the Fighting Knights.
And Becca Clark, who has a goal and an assist in this game, will get a free position attempt here against Savvy Barbosa, who has made 11 saves. And there's a shot that goes wide and out of play. And that's Huggins, far corner to the other side of the field, and now up top to Claggett. Elizabeth Claggett from Duck, North Carolina. Her team trailing by 7. And keep in mind that this is a Fighting Knights team that is ranked number 6 and comes into this game with a 14-1 one-loss record. And an uphill battle against these number 1 ranked Tampa Spartans. To the corner, Becca Clark with it. Gilmore stays with her. 35 on the shot clock. Clark and Barbosa got a piece of that one.
That was a great save.
And now they resume up top. Claggett sends it over to Clark. And they'll send it down to the corner. Huggins up top once again. 40 seconds on the shot clock. Less than 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. High traffic area. And looking for a call was Kristen Johnson. Didn't get it as play carries on. Clark, and a nice job defensively sliding over there by Lichtenberger. Claggett tries to get inside, and looks like a flag on the far side of the field. Call against the Spartans.
It's going to be another 8-meter.
Looks like that may be Claggett on the free position attempt, and Barbosa with another stop as Gilmore gets the rebound. It looks, Jesse, as though the Fighting Knights might think that the book on Barbosa is 5-hole, because they look like they've started to shoot low on her and try to bounce some of them that she's just closing the door on.
Yeah.
They may have to rethink their shooting strategy, as Barbosa has put in a solid afternoon here with now 13 saves. And in front at the other end, Gibson, and opts not to shoot, takes it down behind the net. Van Vladriken will pick that one up. Over for Mary Kate Person. And Mary Kate, by the way, also has an assist in this game. 3 goals and 1 assist for her. 6 and 2 for Howells. That one goes out of play. And the official on the far side of the field says no to Grace Lichtenberger, who is going to restart. Fighting Knights ball. As bringing it up is Heather Titus. Sends it up ahead for Lily Marshall, who picks it up. Marshall sends it into the corner. And now Exley up top for Claggett. I think if I was head coach Mindy Richmond, I'd like to see a little bit more urgency from my Fighting Knights at this point. You can say that there's well over a quarter left to play, but when you need as many goals as you've gotten to this point, plus one, just to tie it, you got a lot of work to do in what all of a sudden is not a whole lot of time, and especially with the way that Savvy's playing.
Yeah, here they have an 8-meter again, so maybe they could get one in here. I think that was a call for shooting space.
Looks like it might be Leah Huggins. Yeah, I like the decision to shoot.
Yeah, that was a great shot. That was a power shot. I think she was the one that took the power shot in the other end.
And with the way that Barbosa has been playing, if she would have cut in, I think Barbosa has just proven that she's up to the challenge today, and to fool her with the outside shot is a good decision by the shooter. And so 13-7 now with 4:34 to go in the third. Huggins with her second of the game. And 26 on the season for her. Spartans with this possession, however. Peyton Howell for Person. Howell with it again. Schillick looking for an open teammate. And they send it to the far corner. Across it comes. Person tries to get inside, and 3 defenders there close up the gap. And they'll try up top again with Howell. And good defense by the Fighting Knights. Loose ball. Possession remains with Tampa. Person tries to get around the defender, can't, leaves it for Howell instead. Howell with a pass for Schillick, 20 on the shot clock. Fighting Knights playing some good defense. And inside, Person hit the goalpost. And Seglia picks up the rebound. And so the Fighting Knights will go back the other way. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A 6-goal Spartans lead. This is Hannah Connors for the visitors. Connors sees some open real estate, now throws it across, knocked down. And a good play defensively by Erin McLaughlin for Tampa. And do the Spartans come out of the pack with it? A loose ball. And yes, the official says possession to the Spartans. Across midfield it goes. And now across the Fighting Knights line. To the corner. Nice little move to get inside. Shot coming, and it goes wide and out of play off the stick of Peyton Howell. Here's Person up top to Schillick. Markowski. And the defender doesn't bite on it. Inside it goes, scores!
Another goal by Mary-Kate Person.
And the scoring parade continues. The 1-2 punch of Peyton Howell and Mary-Kate Person as they team up. Howell with the assist and Mary-Kate Person with her 4th goal of the game. And that makes it 14-7 with 1:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And the task just gets tougher for the Fighting Knights.
Yep.
This has been what we would call the closest quarter. Each team has scored 3 times.
Yeah, Lynn started off the quarter super strong.
Yeah, they started to build some momentum, and the Spartans just keep answering back, and eventually that's just going to take the wind out of the sails of the Fighting Knights, who have been working hard to try to get back in this game and just have not been able to get close, as the Spartans, especially Howell in Person, have had an answer each time. And here comes Tampa again. Avila on the run. Person once again. To the corner it goes. 90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Pass in front.
Shot by Chris Sato.
And down in a heap went Emily Solomon for the Fighting Knights, and she's back up.
And Tampa's going to get an 8-meter.
And it's Christina Sato. Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like she was going to shoot right off the whistle, and did. Widen out of play and possession over to the Fighting Knights. Jesse, are you taking something away from your chances to score when you show the goalie the way that she did, that clearly I'm going to shoot as soon as the whistle goes?
Yeah, sometimes they can read it. Other times, if you got a great shot, they can't do much about it.
Yeah, or if you know what the book is on, in this case, Ava Seglia, where her weak spot is, try to exploit that. Spartans get the ball back nonetheless. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Person unable to pull it down, and able to get there first was Hannah Connors for Lynn as she crosses midfield. Now across the Tampa line. It's Olivia Fox. 20 seconds. We saw a similar situation, meaning time winding down on a quarter, and a big collision there.
Yeah, wow.
And to finish my thought, the Fighting Knights were unable to get a shot away earlier in the game, as I'm referring to a quarter ending, and so they will get a shot here in the form of a free position attempt. This is Olivia Fox. And I don't know if Barbosa got that one or if it went off the crossbar, but a bounce that sends the Spartans back the other way. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and Markowski will not be able to get a shot away as the horn goes to end the 3rd quarter. And the Spartans continuing to lead. Our score 14-7 with 15 minutes left to play. We will be back with the 4th quarter on TampaSpartans.tv after this. Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, Bruce Wozniak along with Jesse Cass. And Jesse, interestingly, I have spent so much time talking about Peyton Howell with her 6 goals and 3 assists, and Mary Kate Parson with 4 and 1, but the shots on goal are 20-17 in favor of Lynn, which tells you that I need to mention Sabby Barbosa as much as I'm mentioning the 2 that are providing all the offense, because Sabby has made 13 saves and deserves every bit as much of the conversation as I've given to the goal scorers today.
No, Savvy is having a great game today.
And part of the reason why you were mentioning before the awards that she's earned so far this season.
Yeah, so far.
Say so far, maybe there's more in her future. The draw controls are 13-10 in favor of the Spartans. Turnover is still a little bit of a problem, 10 for the Spartans and 6 for the Fighting Knights. And we'll have a draw here at midfield. Mary Kate Person and Elizabeth Claggett. And let's not overlook, you pointed out another honor earlier, that Isabella Avila recently with her 100th draw control.
Yes, huge milestone.
Spartans in possession here. And trying to get what would be their 4th consecutive victory. The only loss was March 29th. That was at number 7 Embry-Riddle, and a very difficult 1-goal defeat, 15-14 the final score that day.
Tough overtime loss.
Just 2 weeks ago today, to be exact. And for Lynn, their only loss was also a road game over in Lakeland at number 5 Florida Southern, a 15-11 defeat on the 2nd of this month.
Timeout, Spartans.
And we have a timeout being called by the Spartans. And we'll be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Some girls that back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, we are in a timeout that Jesse was called by Kelly Gallagher, which if it was the other coach, Mindy Richmond, I'd understand, but why might she be calling a timeout now with her team up 7?
The ball was looking a little frantic, so I mean, she definitely called the girls in and say, take a deep breath, you're up by 7, and just also, well, we have possession now down here, so maybe we're going to set up a play and execute something maybe new as we are up by 7.
Something new, meaning this is something that we work on in practice a lot. Here's a game opportunity to actually put it in to a real life scenario, not just in practice.
Yeah.
And so away goes Peyton Howell. Pass over to the far side. Van Vladriken for Howell. Quick pass over and inside, and unable to get the shot away was Lichtenberger. And And now they reset the shot clock as the Spartans get the rebound. And Van Vladriken with it up top again. In behind the net. Howell sends it in the middle. And a dangerous pass. And the Spartans, I was about to say, able to get possession, and now we have a whistle. Looks like it's going against the Fighting Knights.
Yeah, that's going to be an 8-meter for Peyton Howell. Oh, I was corrected. Chloe Gibson.
So Gibson one-on-one against Ava Seglia. Gibson's shot scores. Far side.
I believe that was Chloe Gibson's first goal of the season.
Indeed, her first goal of the season.
First freshman goal, that's gotta feel good.
And so 15-7 now, as Chloe Gibson, the latest name to get into the goal column. And I think, Jesse, a little unexpected when you see a matchup like this, Sunshine State Conference rivals, and you see the Spartans ranked #1, you see Lynn come in ranked #6 and having an overall one-loss record of 14-1. You expect this is going to be a nail-biter back and forth, and I think if anyone would have said it's going to be 15-7 early in the fourth quarter, there'd be a lot of surprised looks in the room.
Yeah, definitely in the beginning of the game, I thought it was going to be a closer one.
Fighting Knights working now on offense as it's over for Huggins. Up top it goes for Becca Clark, and watched by Grace Gilmore. Pass in front and into a high traffic area, and it's going to roll towards the far sideline. The Fighting Knights able to get there in time. Clark with still 40 on the shot clock, bumped by Grace Gilmore, and I was about to say, does she cause a loose ball, and the official didn't like that one, and so a call against Gilmore. Play resumes. The Fighting Knights in the corner. Nice move there by Huggins. Gets out in front and it rolls to the end line, and possession stays with the Fighting Knights. Hannah Connors. Nifty footwork by Becca Clark. And now into the stick of Connors again, and up top for Claggett. 40 on the shot clock. Huggins looking for an open teammate. Inside it goes, was intended for Kristen Johnson. A loose ball, not possessed by either team, and it rolls to Barbosa. And over it comes now for Avila. And off to the races she goes. Avila, who has great speed, showing it there. And slows it up as she gets to the corner, and now leaves a pass back for Howell. Person up top to the other side, and Schillick sends it into the corner. Down behind the net it goes. To this side of the field, to Sato. Christina Sato stands out with that big brace on the left leg. This is her with the ball. Pass inside, and good defense as they closed on Howell. And neither team able to possess, and the official on the far side of the field will leave a push called against Tampa. And less than 10 minutes to go now, and we'll keep an eye at intercepted.
Wow, great pickoff. Oh.
In person was really knocked down on the near side, and
That's going to be a yellow card.
Mary Kate Person went down and was so pleased that she was clapping while she was down on the field. So
Yeah,
clearly she's okay.
That was a great interception.
And then penalty to number 30, Isabella Connolly. 2 minutes for dangerous contact.
2 minutes for dangerous contact for Isabella Connolly. That's going to be a Spartan power play.
And Mary Kate Person will resume and does. Sends it into the corner. That's McGarvey. Behind the net it goes, and to the other side of the field, up top for Person once again. To Howell. And they have done a whole lot of damage between the two of them. They have combined for 10 goals and 4 assists in front and not able to get the shot through. Person sends it back up for Howell. Behind the net and now to the far side of the field. Sato into the corner, out in front, shot scores! I believe that may have been Isabel McGarvey.
First goal of the game.
Tampa goals go by number 30, Isabel McGarvey. The assist to number 3.
That was an assist for Christina Sato.
Comes with 9 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the game. And for McGarvey, that is goal number 24 on the season. And I was about to say, before Mary Kate Person got hit over here on the side of the field, I was about to say this is about the time when I'm starting to look for Kelly Gallagher to start rotating some different faces into play, some of the girls that otherwise don't normally get as much time as they'd like to.
She might not.
I mean, up by 9, I think you're being awfully conservative if you say not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of the way the game has felt. You know, Lynn has never really, other than 2-0, 2-1, Lynn has never really threatened in this game to where you feel. And I think some of the younger players, you want to see, can they live up to the test of if it does start to get to be a little closer than we'd like.
Yeah, right now Chloe Gibson has definitely stepped up, playing her role, acting like an upperclassman.
Howell sends it into the corner, and a whistle away from the ball. And something with Maddie Schillick. I didn't see what happened there. And so she's going to get a free position attempt here against Seglia.
Oh, false start.
Indeed, and unfortunate, turned over. And the Fighting Knights off to the races, as there's a pass up ahead for Exley. Huggins, pass up front, and Claggett was hit. Eight minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Work inside, and Barbosa with another save. A great look at the net as Exley did a nice job. And there's too much standing around by the Fighting Knights. Spartans on the run. Back the other way. Here goes Avila. Now Gibson. Chloe Gibson, freshman from Towson, Maryland. Behind the Fighting Knights net it goes. Now back up top. Van Vladriken over for Howell. And a whistle. As you saw, Mary Kate Person go down to the field.
If we score here, it's going to be running clock. 10-goal differential. That was a shot by Izzy McGarvey. Left.
And now Person with it up top for Howell. Howell tried to send it inside, knocked down by the Fighting Knights, and are able to take it away. Van Vladriken tried to have a say in it, but the officials say that it is in fact Fighting Knights ball. If you're Mindy Richmond, you do like to see your players working hard like that this late in a game that you're trailing by 9. Lauren O'Brien on the restart, she lost it. And the official says no. Now it's turned over. Peyton Howell, open net, scores! No. Something hit the side of the net. It might have been the goaltender's stick, as I saw Seglia run after it. And some disorganized play by both teams here as away goes Claggett at the other end. And now Clark trying to work her way inside. Gets a shot away that goes wide and out of play. And Barbosa needs to get back in net. And now a Fighting Knights player goes down. And the game has kind of come off the rails here as we're down to 5:43 remaining. And it's turned over as the Spartans will put it into play from behind their own net. Barbosa for Avila. Good burst of speed, pass in the middle. There's a shot taken by McGarvey that goes out of play. And quickly on the restart, this is Howell and Mary Kate Person. I gotta say, I'm surprised to see the two of them still in the game this late, up by 9. And now Person pass into the corner, gets it back, now to the other side. And that one's knocked down. And good hustle there by Montgomery. And the Spartans able to keep possession after all, after it looked like a turnover. Here comes Lexi Waters with a shot. And Seglia gets a piece of that one. The official back there to say possession stays with you, Tampa. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. This is Mary Kate Person with it. Howell with a nice move, has a good look at the net and scores. That one will count. Peyton Howell with goal number 7 on the game. She has a 10-point afternoon, 7 goals, 3 assists. And now there's that 10-goal lead on the running clock.
Peyton Howell.
Another memorable afternoon for Peyton Howell. And she is now at 69 goals on the season. A 10-point afternoon, 88 points here in the regular season. And the draw at midfield. And not possessed by either team. They still battle for it. And possession awarded to the Fighting Knights. In they come. Clark takes a shot and it goes wide and out of play. And the Spartans able to come out of the pack with it as Barbosa plays it over for Grace Gilmore. And watch Gilmore go to the races as she crosses midfield. Gilmore across the Lynn line. Pass Person. And over to this side of the field it comes for Howell to the corner now to Sato. Christina behind the net. Comes out the other side. Up for Markowski on top. Markowski flips it to the right. And that's McGarvey. As we are down to exactly 2 minutes left in the game. And here's Howell once again. Pass in front, and Seglia made the save, didn't see the rebound. Gibson is there, and actually they went back to Holland Swope again. So Seglia pulled for the second time in this game.
That's an out of bounds. Tampa ball.
And here's Mary Kate Person. And Howell lost that one. It ends up in the stick of the Fighting Knights. And they'll head back the other way. Peyton Howell now has 88 points in what will be 15 games in 1 minute, 1 lacrosse minute from now, as we have a Fighting Knights player down on the field. A free position attempt here for Becca Clark. Clark takes a shot, scores.
That was a power shot.
A laser up over the left shoulder of Savvy Barbosa.
By number 2, Becca Clark.
And so the running clock stops.
With 36 seconds left.
A 9-goal Spartan lead. As Becca Clark gets her second goal of the game. And we'll have a draw out at midfield between Mary Kate Person and Elizabeth Claggett. That was the first Knights goal of this quarter. Spartans had scored 3 so far here in the fourth. And now you see Avila with the long pass up ahead for Waters. Waters for McGarvey. 20 seconds left. And the fans starting to get on their feet and cheer as the Spartans are going to wrap up a Sunshine State Conference victory. Their 4th consecutive win. And it's official as the horn goes, and the Spartans win it 17-8 and improve their overall record to 14-1. And Jesse, worth repeating, Mary Kate Person, Peyton Howell, Savvy Barbosa, tremendous outing from the 3 of them today.
Yeah, great game. Overall, great Tampa win.
The Fighting Knights, obviously tough loss, but the way that they've played this year, you got to think that they'll lick their wounds and kind of leave this one in the past and look forward to the next game, that obviously they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs.
Yep, 100%.
So the Spartans with a big home victory today, their last regular season home game. They improved to 7-0 at home. And as I mentioned, the Fighting Knights, who came into this game ranked number 6, they fall to 14-2. And interestingly, their road record is 4-2, so they are perfect at home. And the Spartans, as Jesse had mentioned earlier, have one more game remaining this Tuesday at Palm Beach Atlantic, down in West Palm Beach. It's a 5 p.m. start. And if you have been watching from a Lynn Fighting Knights perspective, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. And your team's next game will be on Wednesday at 4 p.m. in Daytona Beach against Embry-Riddle. And the final shots on goal were 22 apiece. And Sabby Barbosa, 14 saves. Tremendous afternoon for her. Draw controls were 16-12 in favor of UT. And the numbers that matter the most, 17-8. The Spartans win it. We encourage you to watch TampaSpartans.com. More information on the Sunshine State Conference playoffs in terms of opponent, date, game time, and obviously anything played here will be carried on TampaSpartans.tv. My thanks, as always, to Andre Pyatt. I've enjoyed the broadcast with Jesse Cast. Hope you have as well. Thank you for watching. The Spartans win at 17-8. You've been watching on Tampa